Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video, probably the first video on this channel, maybe, possibly, yes. I'm with Jaden, yeah, that's us. Sorry. Alright, today we're going to be discussing the Avengers Endgame official trailer 1, which I thought it was like a trailer 3 at this point, but apparently the first trailer we got all the way back in 2018 was just a teaser trailer, and the other one was a Super Bowl spot, so it wasn't even a trailer. So now this is the first trailer, and they're supposed to be free. So, how you doing, Jaden?
I'm pretty darn thinking I'm pretty darn hyped for this pretty darn endgame.
Yeah. So, this trailer, as it is the official trailer, and we already got the teaser trailer. I feel like the teaser trailer kind of showed off stuff that just didn't make the cut for the final trailer, in my opinion, because it showed kind of extended scenes which were just flashed upon in this trailer. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, and one thing that I'm kind of confused about for the trailers, right? Um, Obviously, I think the only thing from the original trailer we got for Endgame that I think might stay in the final cut is the beginning part where Tony's talking to Pepper through the helmet,
Yeah.
or leaving a message for her rather. But other than that, there's a lot of things that kind of confuse me, like the fact that Black Widow and Cap look completely different than they do in the new trailer.
Personally, I actually think we've seen the intro to Endgame, and I think it's one of two things. The first one being it will start with Tony in space doing the Hey Miss Pod speech, right? Or the second one will be from the Super Bowl ad, where it shows like the flashes of New York abandoned and all that. Then it goes to the Avengers. Or even better, it shows Tony giving his speech, and then it goes to the Avengers back on Earth. And so that way it's kind of impactful.
I
But
think that's what they'll do. I think it'll start exactly how the original trailer
yeah,
started
but for
off, where
those
it's
of you
just the
wondering,
helmet and
we
then
have
Tony's hand comes into frame.
all of this trailer footage is all from the first 10 to 15 minutes of the film.
I know,
So,
and that's crazy to think about. So literally
personally,
every single thing we've seen in the trailers is from the first 10 minutes of
I
Endgame,
think
which is a
it's a
3 hour long
little bit
film.
of a lie, in my opinion, because, like,
Yeah,
some of them, like the close up of Cap's face, he looks like he's in a war zone.
and
And
the
I doubt it's a
shot of
flashback.
Nebula with her swords.
Yeah, and they look like they're from different parts of the movie, which. Let's move on to our first points. We've made some notes, of course, to help us
Most
discuss.
of them are mine, so you're welcome, Paul.
Shut up. All right. So first of all, the callbacks. So they're kind of just, I guess, clips from previous films, and we have them for Iron Man, First Avenger, and what was the third one?
Paul.
Okay, yeah, and it's kind of
So
like the
yeah,
big three. Do you want to explain what I mean?
so the big three are basically the three heroes who basically started the MCU. So the first three heroes that were introduced before the first Avengers came out, where they all kind of came together, was Iron Man, Captain America, First Avenger, and Thor. We don't talk about Incredible Hulk, so we're going to leave him out. So he's not part of the big three, obviously. So yeah, the big three are, I think they're the people who are set to leave after Endgame, even though apparently they're going to be doing more for the TV shows and such. But yeah, the big three, um, it's just Cap, Tony, and Thor. But they're the only ones who have their own movies in the trailer. Because I think all the other characters haven't had their own movies yet. The ones that are still alive, I mean, as far as I can remember. No, Ant-Man actually, but you know. Anyway,
What's up?
the callbacks are basically I don't know how much I just rambled, but I rambled a bit.
They're all
Anyway,
in black and
the
white, aren't
callbacks
they?
are yeah the call so every single clip from past movies in this trailer are in black, white, and red. The red is just red objects and stuff, which is kind of a cool thing for
Yeah, it's
the
like a
Marvel
reminiscent of
logo.
yeah Marvel logo.
And most of the clips we see are from Infinity War, where we see everyone getting dusted. But the other clips that we do see are the scene from Iron Man 1, where
Isn't it
um,
where he's building the
the
suit? No, that was the other trailer. This is
Yeah,
where he's
and
kind of like the suit's all in pieces, isn't it, in the desert?
yeah, this is after he's escaped the terrorists in the first
Yeah,
part of the movie, and he says the line, "It feels like 1,000 years. I fought my way out of that cave. I realized I loved you." He's talking to Pepper in this part, which I think it adds more to the speech he did in the original trailer that we got.
yeah.
And I can't remember what the last part he said was.
I think it was something about not giving up.
But he
What
said,
was that quote that everyone said? I think it
which
was
quote?
whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
I
And
think
we'll
Tony
get to
said
that in
that.
a bit because I think there's a yeah. I know who said it. I figured it out from the
Oh,
voices,
and
luckily.
for
But
Captain America, it shows him becoming Captain America, I believe.
so
And
it's him in his like original form, where he's all like frail and weak, and he's looking into the picture of the people who it's like a one of the propaganda posters they had in the
yeah,
1940s, or it's the 1940s that it's set, isn't it?
yeah,
Oh
that's where
yeah,
it all
because
took place.
70s. Yeah,
Also
1941. So yeah,
for four, four, four. Um, they showed the clip of him with Odin, and I actually think that's
wait, don't
hinting
get to that yet
towards.
because we have to bring that in later on. Okay,
No, we might as
we'll,
well
we'll get
say
we'll
it
get to
now.
that in a bit.
We'll
Oh,
get to it in a
okay,
bit,
fine, right.
but I think it's hinting at Odin being added back in. But as Jaden said, we'll speak about it later. And
There's
also,
another character who we won't mention now that we heard do a voiceover at one part. We'll get to that
yeah.
when we come back to Odin.
Also, Peggy
Yeah.
Carter, she does um, a voiceover of. At least we think it's Peggy Carter, but it may be the ancient one. Like it's most likely Peggy Carter because it's all to do with Captain America, and you actually see her face in the little like watch thing. And also another thing of the black and white scene, it was Peggy's funeral from Civil War.
I thought for
So
some reason I thought that was Bucky's. I don't know why.
no, he didn't have a funeral, did he? Because he just fell off a
Yeah.
train like everyone lost him, or so we thought until Winter Soldier happened.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure of the timeline of the trailer. Like, as in, guys, we're just going to be going through a bunch of different points, kind of randomly. Like, we've kind of written it down in
There's
order.
no specific
But,
order to anything that we're going to talk about, so just get
yeah,
used to
but,
that.
okay, so might as well move on from callbacks. I don't know if you said this, Jaden, but these three characters, Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, the reason why we think they've been emphasized like this is because not only is this probably the end of their main huge story, and if they don't die, then they'll kind of be worked out of the MCU in a way, so they can always come back for a cameo or a film or something, but they won't be the main, I guess, spotlight. Uh, but yeah, we personally think that the reason why all these characters being shown off so much is because they're hinting towards their deaths, maybe. And
Or them just being written out of the MCU somehow. Like, I think
yeah,
if Tony's not going to die, then he'll go off with Pepper.
and I think they may
That
do a
was
fake
hinted
out
in Infinity War. Yeah.
because they a character in Infinity War that they kept doing fake out deaths for was Vision, because we all knew he was gonna die due to the Mind Stone in his head, or like yeah, he was gonna die either way. It was pretty obvious, and throughout the entire movie there were so many fake outs where we thought he was gonna get killed, but he didn't,
Yeah.
and then of course it
Also,
ended in Wakanda, and then he was backwards wind by Thanos, and
also,
yeah,
just a quick little nitpick about Infinity War. So you know how Vision can fly and phase through walls?
yes,
Yeah, why didn't he do that when Corvus Glaive like chucked him out of the palace?
because the stab stopped his phasing ability.
They didn't say anything about his flying ability.
I kind of took it for the same thing. But actually, he did fly, didn't he? Who knows?
Yeah,
That's a story for another day.
yeah, we'll
But
get to that in another video. I
yeah,
have
they
a
might
lot of nitpicks about Infinity War that kind of, you
maybe
know, it's a good film,
maybe
isn't it?
maybe four. I feel like they might do a bunch of like fake out deaths for him, kind of like in Captain
Yeah, he's
Marvel when
been
they do a
emphasized
bunch
a
of
lot in
fake
the
outs for his
last couple
eye.
trailers,
Yeah,
and he's
because
never been emphasized like how he is in these trailers.
I I think they're gonna make another film with him in it, or at least with
Hmm.
Valkyrie. Oh, speaking of, I think she's gonna return in this film
Yeah,
because
she is.
apparently she
She's
survived the
confirmed alive.
snap. So
She
that's
did.
awesome, as well as the Grandmaster. But all the characters, we're going to be doing separate videos on it, and this video is more of just a discussion. We're discussing the trailer. No, really. But the other videos, they'll be more kind of scripted, because we'll actually need to go through information that we spotted and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the callbacks, probably really significant. And now, the British
Mhm.
voiceover, as we said, is most likely Peggy Carter. But as Jaden pointed
It
out,
sounds more like Ancient One, in my
yeah,
opinion.
I think it starts as the Ancient One and goes to Peggy Carter, or vice versa, because we both
And
believe the
that's
Ancient
why I
One's
think of
coming
another
back.
quote later on, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, one of the reasons we think that Thanos didn't attack before is because Ancient One, Ego, and Odin were alive, and now they're all dead. He's attacking Earth. Makes sense, right? Because they
Yeah.
would stop him.
Yeah.
So I think the Avengers, when they time travel, they're gonna get all of those three people back, right?
Hmm.
Because that makes sense, and they're like the most powerful ones, especially coupled with Captain Marvel. They could defeat Thanos easily. But then again, they'll probably bring in new villains and all that, so don't expect it to be a smooth ride at all.
Plus, I don't think they would really need those villains because the Russo brothers themselves said that the only reason they lost the Infinity War was because Cap and Tony weren't fighting side by side.
Yeah,
And obviously,
and
they will be in this film.
we hear another female voiceover. Um, I'll let you take it from here, Jaden.
Well, I first thought it was Black Widow when I first watched the trailer, but rewatching it, I realized it sounds a bit like Catherine Langford, who's set to be introduced into the MCU in
Yeah,
Endgame.
there were
If you don't know
leaks
who
and
Catherine Langford
set
is,
images, I
she
think.
played Hannah Baker in 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, we're gonna do a video on her because um, we in the trailer there's a scene of Hawkeye kind of training her daughter on how to be an archer, and
Yeah.
originally I thought like, well, if his daughter's name is Kate, then they could maybe just rework Kate Bishop's backstory so she's Hawkeye's daughter if Hawkeye dies, because I don't know how many people know this, but apparently only two of the original Avengers will actually live, or be like, I guess, in the spotlight. Like, I don't think they're all gonna die because that's just too much. It's just a slaughter show, basically. I think some of them will be
Yeah.
worked out. So, for example, someone might be critically injured, so they can't fight anymore. Then they'll make cameos in the future, kind of like the person who played Pepper Potts is gonna do. So it's like they're no longer on
Gwyneth
a
Paltrow.
contract, but they can always come
Yeah.
back if they're asked to, if they want to, or something like that. Yeah, I I think they'll do that with Hawkeye, but then again, he might live because of Ronin. But yeah, we
If they're
think
reversing the snap, then he'll get his family back. So it would kind of. I think he
unless
would
it
retire because
wasn't
they've been setting up that story since Age of Ultron.
unless it wasn't the snap that killed Ronin or Ronin's family. That could be like a
Hmm.
dark plot point. Who knows? But yeah, there may be
Maybe
Catherine
he killed
Langford
them.
speaking over it. But at the same time, I'm not sure because it's most likely Black Widow. But also, it works both ways because when they're doing the voiceover of Catherine Langford or Black Widow, it shows Black Widow and Hawkeye, and we know about the whole Hawkeye like,
Yeah.
best friends with Black Widow thing, and we also know with Catherine Langford, she's playing an archer, probably Kate Bishop, but they probably rework it so it's Hawkeye's daughter because in the trailer we see him training his daughter, which could be foreshadowing, right? Makes sense. And
Yeah.
also, just to further add to this, we know that Scott Lang's daughter, Cassie, we're going to see a future version of her. She's going to help the Avengers. So, that's most likely
She
going to
might. She
happen, I
might
think.
like be the next Wasp,
Yeah. Alright, next
possibly.
point.
I'm not sure. My next point is that War Machine's got some new armor. I'm not sure what mark it is. I'm pretty sure he's
Does
only
it
ever
do
had
marks?
two versions of the War Machine armor, if I remember rightly, because there was the
Yeah.
Iron Patriot version, which had like the American colors on it, and then the one we had in Infinity War and Civil War. I'm not sure what mark this is that he has now, but he has this new armor, and he also has a realm armor. I don't know why they're so hard to say. Realm. There you go.
Quantum Realm.
Realm. Quantum Realm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Anyway,
it's a tradition for Iron Man or War Machine to get a new armor. So
yeah. Even though before Infinity War, he had the same armor for like 3 years.
yeah, but Iron Man usually gets a new suit. But of course, this being a direct sequel to Infinity War, he won't get suits. But apparently, a Lego set was leaked that showed all the Iron Man suits, and he didn't blow it up or something. But I'm not sure. So we'll get to that in a different video because we're talking about the trailer here.
Yeah.
Um, Next point was Ronin teaching daughter archery, which was what we just talked about. And then we
Yeah.
have the quote, "Whatever it takes." Jaden explained.
All right. So towards the end or midpoint of the trailer, Black Widow, sorry, Black Widow, Captain America, Hawkeye, and Iron Man, they each say the quote one after each other, and the quote is "whatever it takes." And this has led me to believe that people are just saying, "Oh, it's just because they're gonna be, it's just gonna they're like the most affected by the snap, and they're gonna be fighting the best." But I think it has a deeper meaning in that. I think it means that they'll literally do anything to um, to stop Thanos. And considering only two of the original Avengers are supposed to live, and there's six of the original Avengers, and only four of the original Avengers say whatever it takes. I think these might be the four who are going to go, but it might be me thinking too into it. But it is a giant coincidence if it's just a coincidence. So I think that they'll either like sacrifice themselves or just be killed by Thanos
It would be
or
kind of cool
whatever
to see
army.
like Bruce and Thor be the two that live, especially now that Professor Hulk's going to become a thing.
Yeah, and plus I don't think Hulk has done very much in the MCU to be honest, besides create Vision.
And go to a different planet by accident.
Yeah, so one thing we do see in the trailer, obviously War Machine's got new armor and stuff, and Rocket's even got a new outfit.
Has he?
So it only makes sense
I
that,
didn't even spot that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well, damn.
We saw that in the
Damn.
big the big game, the,
Super Bowl.
the that thing.
Jaden is
Um,
very intrigued in sports, as you can all tell.
yeah, I love sports with a passion, which is why I'm so fat. Anyway, so it only makes sense that Cap gets his new shield, which they mentioned in Homecoming. Um, I only figured that out just by reading Vibranium Shield when I wrote it down. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot they made him a new shield back in like Homecoming. Anyway, and another thing is that the armor that Cap wears in that scene with his new shield is the same armor that he wears when he dies in the comics. So obviously, another massive hint that he's gonna die. I'd be surprised if they don't kill him off at this point, to
Might
be
I add
honest.
though,
So
um, the costume he was brought back to life in as well. Like the big
well, it
Captain
would make
America
sense
death
why
in the
Cap looks
comics.
different at 2 points, and same with Black Widow.
I reckon he might die, and then I'll go back in time to save him. I think
Same
that'd be
with
cool.
Black Widow because she looks different at 2 different points in the trailers.
Yeah,
But it could just be because that trailer came out like 5 months ago, and they only just finished filming Endgame like a couple days ago, I think.
yeah, like yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I he's wearing a suit he wears when he dies in the comics, but for those of you comic fans, you know he's resurrected. I'm not too sure how, probably by time travel, but it was actually Sharon Carter who killed Cap in it, and she didn't actually mean to at all. It was like an accidental shot, and it was at the end of
So,
Civil War.
just a question: who's that?
Uh, you know, it's kind of Steve's new love interest, the blonde woman.
Oh, isn't it Peggy's like granddaughter?
Uh, I think no, no, I just think it's a niece, maybe or grandniece. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah, so the next point is the quantum realm suit, which we'll have to do like an entire video on. But obviously, they're going to go into and use the time vortexes, which were introduced in Ant-Man and the Wasp, to to go through time, obviously. I think because of set pieces and set photos that they're gonna go to the original Avengers, and plus there's also set photos of Robert Downey Jr. wearing a Shield operative uniform. So it's highly likely that they're going to go back to the original Avengers. I mean, it's kind of feckin' obvious. I don't know what they'd be doing there. I'm assuming it has something to do with collecting the Infinity Stones that are there. So the Power Stone, no, the Space Stone even, and the Mind Stone. So I think that's what they're doing there. And also, in my notes, this is literally what I've written down in my notes. I wrote Quantum Realm suits and then dash Tony on Earth, question mark, question mark, question mark, and that's underlined about 50 times. So that's all I've got written down for that. But I'm not actually sure how they're going to get into the Quantum Realm. Obviously, there's the Quantum Realm like machine that Luis has got in his van, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know how they came up with the technology because Scott's
Sorry,
not that
what were you saying?
scientifically knowledgeable.
What were you saying?
I was saying that Scott doesn't seem that scientifically knowledgeable, so he might not know about the quantum realm, and it's kind of bad because how are they going to know how to make the quantum realm suits if
Um,
the only person who's been in the quantum realm who's alive right now doesn't know anything about it, like scientifically?
I bet Bruce was able to kind of figure it out, maybe with the help of Tony. That Tony like mass produced the armors quite quickly.
Or
It's called an armor, right? Or a suit or whatever.
quantum realm suits, armor, I don't know,
Yeah.
potato, potato. But it might be that because Scott has been there, he kind of knows. Well, maybe Hank told him in Ant-Man. I can't quite remember. I
Oh,
haven't seen
that could be
Ant-Man
good.
since it came out.
Or
Because if
maybe,
Hank told him how the quantum realm, how you live in the quantum realm, that's probably how they made the suits, which would
yeah.
make a lot of sense, really. And obviously, I'm guessing Scott's going to be a bit pissed off. And I think the main thing he wants to do is just find his daughter. I'm really hoping that this is going to sound really messed up, but I'm a little bit hoping that his his daughter was caught in the snap, but only because, right? Only because um,
Yeah, go on.
what am I saying? But only because that'll give Scott more of a reason to help the Avengers figure out a way to go into the quantum realm to use the time vortexes.
Yeah, in the most recent trailer, there's actually like a scene of Scott outside his house, and there are missing posters on it. So
Didn't know that was his.
yeah, I don't know if it's like Scott's or Cassie's actual like parent and stepdad has put up the posters because we still don't know how much time has passed, right? I think it's a week
Yeah.
personally. So like they
Yeah, it
or
has to
maybe
guess like a
it takes
week
place
because
immediately
they
after.
need time to like print out all the flyers and stuff. So
No, once again, they're not flyers for the snap. They're flyers for the war, but they just work perfectly in this scenario. And the support groups obviously were
no,
set up.
I mean the missing flyers.
Yeah, but that's my point. I don't know if it is like to do with Cassie or something because
What
the
else would
image
it?
isn't clear. But if it is, I feel like maybe they put up that and then Scott went to the Avengers facility, or he went home to see if Cassie was there. She wasn't there, and then he just drives to the Avengers facility. I think that's more likely.
Then again, if they're gonna bring her back from the future, then
Yeah, true, but
okay, this has come up with a giant paradox in my head. So if Cassie did die in a snap, they'd have to get her from the future, but she's dead. So unless because they went back and reversed the snap, that made her alive in the future again, which
I have
is
no
a
idea how
giant
they're gonna do
paradox
it.
which affects my head. And
But
to
I
be
know
honest,
Cassie,
I'm very
as a
confused.
teenager and as a superhero, is going to come back and help.
Yeah.
Who knows how, but he will. Our next point is about Tony and Carol Danvers on Earth again. And I have to say, I don't know which came first, Captain Marvel or Supergirl, but Supergirl's name is Kara Danvers, and Captain Marvel is Carol Danvers, and they're basically the same person. So if someone
Even the
copied
actresses who
someone.
play them kind of look the same.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call Captain Marvel. She's not in the scene where they're all walking in like the quantum realm suits, so she may have
But we
just
do
been
know that she
edited
has a
out.
quantum realm suit.
I don't think she'll need one, to be fair.
Well, if she doesn't, then she'll look awkward. So they might have made one for her anyway.
Yeah, true. But it's not like anyone's just gonna point and judge, are they?
Yeah.
Waves, waves. Uh, yeah, Tony back on Earth. I'm not sure how this has happened, but we're gonna have like a whole discussion, kind of discussing how we got to Earth, because now that we've actually seen him back on Earth and how early on in the film it happens, that is kind of like, I guess it's opened up more theories and possibilities. And we see how Captain Marvel arrives at the Avengers facility in the Captain Marvel post credits as well. So they get there pretty early on, to be honest. But also, you see the post credit scene. Maybe it's not explained how she gets to Earth, but I feel like we'll see Tony get to Earth, like probably most definitely with Nebula, I think. And that may be like the massive Quinjet like thing coming in to New York.
No, because
I'm not
that's just
sure.
that's just the Quinjet, the Black Widow, and Hawkeye are in. That's
I
the
guess.
Quinjet that Cap and everyone's been using.
Oh yeah, 'cause maybe she went to Japan to actually pick up Hawkeye. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly.
Um, the next point is more of Tony's speech to Pepper, but we kind of already talked about that.
Yeah, it's just the thing is, I've watched the trailers so much I could probably recite the entire speech from the first trailer like over and over again because
Yeah.
I'm a nerd and that's what I do.
I don't think there's much else to talk about from the trailer because once again, it wasn't long. We're still gonna get some more because the majority of it was flashback scenes, and as we said, they were black and white and they were red. And
Have we talked about the Ancient Ones thing
I don't want
speech
to do that
thing?
in that video, in this video even. I want to do it in the
Nice,
second one
Stroppy.
with my ancient one.
So, believe in the theories that we did,
No, guys, stay
not those
tuned to
ones.
this channel,
Okay.
okay? Because we have a lot of theories coming out, which I personally haven't said in this discussion, and I've kept Jaden from saying it because I want them to all to be as separate videos. Because we're enjoying doing content like this because we can kind of just speak freely and just chill out and relax. You can listen to us doing whatever you want. It's basically
Chillax.
some sort of podcast, I guess our discussions are.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great trailer. Of course, there were a bunch of action scenes. One thing we didn't talk about actually was where it comes out of Cap's face, really like fast, I guess, and close up, and he clearly looks like he's in pain. He's wearing the helmet again, which shows he's in a tough situation because he never wears the helmet. Um, and it looks like everything behind's like on fire or something, maybe on Titan, and that also links in with Nebula. It looks like she's on Titan and trying to stab someone. So maybe she's trying to stab Tony because she's just crazy or something. It's not bad.
Well, they might even
Explanation.
go back to Titan because maybe Thanos goes there at some point.
Maybe he is there.
Well, no, because apparently he's in the Soul World right now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I'm not sure. We'll see.
So I guess in a way this video it's not really a breakdown, it's a discussion on everything that happened in it. We probably missed some parts, but um, a lot of the parts we missed on purpose, and then we're going to go back over them in a lot of detail in another video. Um, yeah, there's not much else to say. This was our first reaction. This will be uploaded on JT and PJ Plays and another channel which we've just started. The reason why it's going to go up on JTPJ Plays is because we've done a video on there for our first thoughts on Avengers Endgame, first thoughts on Infinity War, and then thoughts on like Infinity War's last trailer and all that. So it's only right to upload it on there as well, in my opinion. So
hmm
yeah, but whatever channel you're watching on, subscribe. We're gonna have a lot more Avengers content coming out. I'm so sorry that we can't speak. I don't know why. It's just
It's because we're retards. That's why.
I hate it. when you're just trying to speak and it just is diarrhea. Of
We're not
course I
just
can
like
say
this because
that,
we're
but
nervous about filming. We can't talk like half the time anyway. So
it's just so annoying. But anyway, stay tuned for our other videos on this trailer, including the seventh Infinity Stone and characters we
nudge, nudge,
think
wink,
are
wink.
gonna appear in Endgame, which haven't actually been hinted at yet, and theories, and we're just gonna be breaking down different scenes and all that. So, just gonna have fun on this channel, and if you're up for that, if you like, we're the most down to earth channel you can have about Marvel, because other ones like Screen Run and What Culture, they're just reading off scripts, whereas we're actually fans. This is all coming
What
from us.
culture down?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
Have you seen how Michael McCrodden reads scripts? The
yeah,
exact
but that's
same.
Michael McCrudden.
They do it the exact same. I'm pretty sure it's in the same studio actually.
No, because some of them actually like are
Yes, oh,
knowledgeable.
some of. And also, we're doing all the editing ourselves and research ourselves, and we don't have fake writers or ghost writers, whatever it's called, or anything like that.
I mean, technically, we are kind of reading a script because but
Yeah,
I
we
made the
wrote
notes myself.
notes. Notes on scripts. We're not reading it word for word. But anyway, stay tuned for probably the realest Marvel channel you'll get. And we're going to go into a bunch of different theories and character descriptions and all that. And also, I think we might do like our X-Men predictions for the MCU of who's going to play it. But anyway, if you did enjoy this, subscribe and like. And we will see you in the next Avengers Endgame video. Goodbye.
Farewell.